brand, to put the brand face to people. So these guys are actually very good based on the brief. We also talked about, all of these questions that are here. We answered everything in class. I have you to work very well on this one so that it will inspire you on what to create. Because when it comes to design, one of the mistakes junior designers always make is that they feel that once they know that, okay, this is an advertisement company, they just want to go into design. They don't go deeper into understanding the user. And that's why yesterday I taught us the concept of empathy. Empathy is not just being, oh, sorry, oh, so this is paining you, right? Like most of us usually think, right? Empathy is actually identifying people's problem, right? And understanding them. So that by the time you build a product, they will not have any choice than to, buy for them from you. Do you get that? So how does the market work is very, very essential. As a designer, they are going to bring in domains or companies that you don't even have idea of what they do. Companies, for example, I studied computer science when I was in school. Somebody can come up with a medical application product for you. Somebody can come up with business or advanced business website or application for you. So as a designer, they're going to be giving you a project that you don't even know, have a background. You do not go to school to study those things, right? The only way you can build products in those domains is for you to understand how the market work. How does this market work? Do you understand? So this is something that you're not just coming up with 2 lines of text, right? But you're actually coming up with detail of the things this brand do, how they carry out their operation, what are the things that work for them, what are the things that does not work for them, what's the taste of the people, of the users, do you understand, in that particular market. So that's what this particular training, the advanced training, is about. And this is a free masterclass, right? You don't expect to learn everything about UI UX design in just 2 hours, because last time we spent 1 hour. Today we're also going to be spending 1 hour together. It's not possible for you to learn UI UX design in just 2 hours. Do you understand? If you want to learn it well, you want to put time and energy into it. So if it's worth investing, Perxels is giving you 15% discount for people that enroll from this masterclass for this month, not for any other month. Do you understand? So for this month, if you're interested, for the people that will be enrolled this month, they're starting their class in May. You understand? So if you're interested, all you just need to do is to mention it on the WhatsApp group that I am interested in taking UI UX design course, or you reach out to any of the admin on the WhatsApp group. You can reach out to Fatima, you can reach out to me directly. So I asked you guys to come up with your sketch after answering all of those questions yesterday to help us understand the users, to help us understand the product we're going to be building, right? I asked you guys to drop the answers to your to come up with a sketch. Do you get? So I want to know in the chat section how many of you did that. I saw somebody's sketch today, right? Let me go to the person's sketch. I saw someone's sketch. I saw somebody's sketch. Okay. Actually saw somebody's sketch. Okay, PK, I've seen it. And then Damilola, I also have our own sketch here. All right, so let's explore. Let's see what these guys have for us. So this is Damilola's work. All right, so I'm guessing this is the front page of your work. So Damilola, can you walk us through what we are seeing here? I know Damilola is taking basic class at
Yes,
Perxels, but yeah, let's have you talk to me about what you have here.
yeah. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'm having my logo. Yes,
Okay.
then with my navigation bars, the home, why else, features, pricing, contact. Yeah, I'm actually meant to put a call to action. Yeah, I'm still going to add it. Then I have my world-class online agency and my main copy. Increase your sales revenue with us. Then those lines will be my sub copy.
Mhm.
Then this other side, I will have my image and I put some what makes us stand out, projects done. Are we having the best members? Yeah. And the next one is trusted by over 10,000 companies. They are going to put the likes of those big industries. They're going to put that there. And the next stage is our specialties, yes. Because while making my research, what will actually make us unique is actually maybe having just having like some niche in the industry, not about doing everything, sure. So I actually picked some public relation, branding, digital marketing, social media marketing. Yeah. And this is the last stage. I have one. Yeah.
Is this
At
it?
this place I have, yes, ma. I have the first internet public enlightenment agency in Nigeria. Actually I read about it. I'm still not finally done with my research. So I got to know more about public enlightenment, and they said it should be the one that should appeal to the emotions of people, creating awareness of their actions, how the health are suffers those things, and as a result of this, prompting them to positively change their behaviors. So that's why I put a corner there, like do's and don'ts of your business, just to show them what people have suffered from and they shouldn't fall into that category. And the next stage is the testimonies, like clients' feedback, what people have said about us. And the next stage, I have the portfolio, yes. You should let them see our works, like what we've done before. And the next one is a quick chat with our members. Actually put this space just to show our uniqueness. Sha. I
Okay.
put it, yes, when they come to the landing page, maybe they might have a lot of questions in their head. They might not have like, they don't know what to do about it. So they can just call me and just pick one of our members, maybe yeah, number, and just, okay, let me chat to this person and just get some clue about what they are looking for and all. And then I
Okay.
have my food.
Okay, so let's start from the
That's what I
beginning.
have.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. So when it comes to user interface, user experience design, every single thing you have on that page, we have to talk about it. We need to understand why you're making that decision. And I like the fact that this person actually applied the principle I mentioned yesterday. I said, for every question that is on your customer brief, on this storyboard that we tried to talk about yesterday, for all of these questions, you want to apply your answers, right? You want to apply it into your design. And I see a lot of that coming out of this person design. So let's start with the navigation. This navigation, you said you guys have a pricing page. So I want to ask, what is the pricing system like for this brand?
Mommy,
Yeah, I said, what is the pricing system for this brand? What is it like? You said you're going to be having a price. I'm seeing pricing here. What is that pricing system going to look like?
okay. Like let's take for instance, like someone is actually coming for branding.
Okay.
So under branding, you'll be able to see like the pricing for branding. If you are coming for digital marketing, you'll be able to see pricing like for digital marketing
Okay.
and all
All right.
like
Thank
that.
you. Guys, if you remember yesterday, we established that this brand we actually be working with big brands, right? People like they'll be working with brands like Coca-Cola, they'll be promoting for brands like maybe Uber, for Carrywise or Piggyvest, all of those big brands. You understand? That's the tone. That's how they command. You understand? That's the tone of their customer brief. They are not looking like people that are actually working with small business owners, right? They're actually looking like people that actually, they actually promote big brands. And for brands that promote big brands, they don't actually put their pricing on their page. What do I mean? They usually address every marketing problem individually, or for this company, this is what they're experiencing. This is the things that we can do to your problem. So they don't always have things like, okay, our pricing, our brand is 500,000, our this is 200,000. They don't, like, they can have something like that, but with the tone of message that we read from them, guys, this is sounding like customized solution to their brands, to the people that are to their clients, the customized solution. So if Perxels is coming to them, they want to know what is Perxels' problem, what are the problems they are facing, what are the challenges, what do we want to achieve, what goals, what campaign do we want to run. Do you understand? So they customize and they solve brands' problem based on their problem, based on their issues, based on the issues that the brands are facing. You understand? So this is not a brand that you just see a permanent, because how would they make their money if everything is the same thing? Do you understand? They kind of have consultation fee. They have, okay, if it is, they might have range of price, oh, but I don't think they are going to put it on their social media. If invest is coming to them, they will look at what you want to achieve. You want to get to 1 million people in the next 3 days. This is how we can get it. This is who we can talk to. This is where we can push it. So this is the banner. This is that. Then I said they come with strategy that will work for that particular problem. If Perxels is coming to them, Perxels have a different goal, have a different thing they want to achieve. They will give us our own customized solution. Do you understand? So I don't think these guys are going to push it out there and say their branding is 200K or something is this. I don't think so. The call to action on this page is going to be get consultation or book consultation or something like that to talk to them so that they can hear your problem and then they can say that, okay, this is the best way to tell your story, to push your brand, right, to other people. Let me know in the chat section if you guys agree with that. If you agree with that, you type letter Y. If you don't agree or you have something to say, you type Q. If you have something to say, you type Q. If you agree with what I've said, you type Y. In the chat section, heads up, guys. Remember that when it comes to advanced class, we converse, we talk before we solve problem. Understand? So we must have conversation. If you feel like, okay, if you are, I'm thinking about it this way, yes, we have to talk. You understand about it? Okay, I'm only here. I need every member of the team to talk. You guys are team members. Do you understand? Anytime we're in a product meeting, we are all talking to solve a problem. So you don't look at them, what are they saying? You understand? You communicate, you talk. Do you understand? I need to hear, which is one of the things we are going to develop at Perxels. Because for every project, every members of the team must talk. Do you get that? So I'm only seeing two people here. Let's have Shion. Shion, you said you agree with my point. Why do you agree with my point?
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Yeah, so I totally agree with what you just said because according to the brief, these people are not small people and they won't want to put their price out just like that. Cause and besides they will have competitors rather, so they won't just put their price out to avoid you understand what I mean? So I
Yeah,
I agree
and
with
even
what you
apart
said.
from competition, exactly. And even I like the fact that you brought in the other competition stuff. Apart from competition, how will they make their money? Do you understand? How will they make their money? But yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Do you still want to have other things to what you said? Do you want to add other things to what you said?
No, no, not at all, ma.
Okay, so in the chat section, if you agree with what I said, type one. If you don't agree or you want to say something, type Q. I'm only seeing two responses. I need everybody to reply to that so that we will know that we are all here. Okay, while we are waiting for that, let's have Samuel. Samuel, why do you agree to this point? Samuel, we cannot hear you, but you're muted. I am the one who agreed to the point. Or what made you agree to the point? Hi,
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. All right. So, I think somewhere because it's a service and services most times do not attach a fixed price to what they
That's
do because they tend to get different. They get tend to get clients from different with different paying power and with different strength, so to say. So,
uh,
and most times they charge based on the service they are going to be rendering, and
mm.
in tandem with um, how they view the company, because there's
I
still always room for negotiation.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. That's actually a very good point. I love the fact that this person is coming from service perspective. You understand? So if I'm offering service to you, I don't know the type of problem that you're going to be having. And guys, let me give you an example. There was a time at Pixels where I don't like the numbers that we were hitting. So I saw a particular person that do consultation for big brands, and I reach out to them like, okay, like how much will I spend? Let me know where what I'm getting into. And they're like, okay, it depends on what I'm bringing on the table and what I want to achieve and the duration. Do you understand? So if you are working in a service kind of product, there's not going to be like is they will know their price, the range of their price. Do you understand? But based on the problem they are bringing on board, that will really determine how much they are going to be charging you. So the other person said competition for competition purpose. This person said for service purpose. So I really, really love that. Is there any other person that want to add anything to what we've said so far? All right. So if there are no other, that's fine. Let's move on. So this person said we have members, choose member, what make us standard. Is this standard or what?
Stand out.
Okay, what make us stand out, and then project done. So personally to me, all these words are great. I talked about them yesterday, that having this type of 10 from your hero speed, let them know the value, not the one that you now wait till they get to your portfolio before they start to see the numbers. So personally to me, I'll play with numbers here. I'll not just write what make us stand out. No, I'm going to play with numbers here. I'm going to play with number here. I'm also like that is I'm going to add numbers to all of this information that I have here. So I like the fact that you guys have worked with over 10,000 companies. This actually shows that these guys are experienced. So we have all of the guys they've worked with. We have the public relation, they do marketing, they do branding, they do social media. Okay, so that's not a bad one at all. Let's see more, let's see more, let's see more, let's see more, let's see more. Okay, so we have before the portfolio section, we have this part where we have the do's and don'ts. So when you were explaining this, I really didn't understand what you're trying to say. What do you mean by do's and don'ts? What do you mean by do's and don'ts? What do you mean by do's and don'ts?
Okay, ma'am, coming. Yeah, I said okay because according to the brief, they said they are the first public enlightenment agency in Africa. So
Yeah.
while making my research, so I found out that public enlightenment should be the one that should appeal to the emotions of people, creating awareness of their actions. How the health suffers as a result of this. Maybe what people have done, yes, that made them suffer those things, and those people coming to us, like they should just see stuffs that will make them fall into that category. That's what I actually put. So I actually did not have the right word to use for now. That's why I just put that do's and don'ts.
Okay. I get that point now. So that's not a bad iteration. Then we have the work that these guys have done. Definitely, it's not possible for us to have a brand like this that they don't have results. Just like Perxels, if you want us to bring 200 testimonial, now I'll just go to the Google Sheet, Control C, Control V, and then you are going to see, the testimonials of people. And if you go on the website, you are going to see word testimonial, project testimonial, and text testimonial. So a brand like AdWords, they would definitely have testimonial. They are going to have portfolio. And if you want to spend maybe like 700,000 naira on hats or on campaigns, you would definitely want to see what are the things, what are the results you guys have done before now. So a quick chat with our members. So I was kind of looking at, do you think this brand, because from what you explained, said that they can see the information of people that you have worked with and they can call them. Is that what this is about? Is that what you said? Damilola, is that what you said here?
Yes, ma. And they
Okay,
can
don't you think that is confidential? If I work with somebody now, I will not want them to put my phone number, just like Perxels now, right? Because our students are trying to prove that, okay, I actually enrolled at Perxels and now, because these are the students that have gotten jobs more than this, right? We cannot just put everybody on face on the social media, on the website. It's going to be overwhelming. So these are student faces now that have gotten jobs, right? So let's not say that me now, right? You're going to start seeing what's her name, a phone number here, Idris phone number. No, that's somehow. Do you understand? But in a case like Perxels student portfolio now, okay, I wanted to please let me just complete what I want to say. You can see the LinkedIn, do you understand, of this person because we feature this person, right? Who is our student, just he graduated from our student. We featured him. So when you click on this, you can see his LinkedIn and you can go and talk to him. to see that, oh, is it true that Perxels is actually a good school? Did they teach you very well? And all of those things, you understand? So for all students that will feature their projects here, you can do that, right? But on Perxels testimonials, like, you not just see people's phone number like that. Do you get? But a way maybe you want to show that you can talk to our students, because there are some people like that. We have our students, some of them, they are linked in there where you can reach out to them. So that means you wanted to say something.
Yes, ma. Like I wanted to say, I'm not talking about their clients. Like I'm not talking them speaking to the clients directly. The members of the team. I'm talking about the members of the team.
Oh, okay, okay. That's a brilliant one already. Okay, I was thinking that like people that they have worked with, those are the people you want them to talk to. Okay, phone number of your staffs. Okay. You understand? But remember that staff are not people that stay in a company for a very long time or all their years. Do you get? So we always change people every time, and that's why you not see people having the faces of their staff on their website, right? Some people still do it, but you don't see it. It's not common because staffs are people that we can take out of the team. Do you understand? They can leave the team, they can come to the team. People can join today. Another strategy can come tomorrow that we have to change the person role. Do you understand? It can be positive, it can be negative. Do you get that? So I don't think people actually feature staffs like that. But if it is their phone number, the company's phone number, the company support service page, you understand those things exist. But in terms of, oh, call this person, I don't know, but it's not a bad idea. I know where you are coming from. So this is not a bad idea. This is a very good idea, right? Another thing that I would have loved to see on your page is actually how you guys actually solve problems. I know that I can see that from your portfolio, but I think you do not like emphasize it. And trust me, you did a great job from yesterday to today coming up with that concept. You are a brilliant person. Do you understand? But one of the things like I'm trying to look out for on your page is that how do you guys solve your problem? Do you understand? They mentioned that these guys have technology from the brief. They say they have experts. Do you understand? So I do not see anything like that on your page that shows that okay, these are the methods, right? Maybe you guys do design, you guys do research, you guys carry out customer journey map. What are the things that you guys do to actually have that great work or to succeed in that particular design? So that's what I'm thinking about. That's not a bad idea at all. You actually did a great job. So let's move on to the next person product. Do you know this product is Chidima? Chidima, are you in class? I like the fact that Chidima actually used words just like the way I explained to you guys yesterday. That's a fast learner. Chidima, are you here? I don't think Chidima is here. Chidima, are you here? Wow, and she did a great job. So, but let's analyze what she have here. So after the training, she can receive the record. She have the logo, she have about service testimonial portfolio, and then sign up. Then we have the giving the visibility, the call to action. We have the validation. I talked about this validation yesterday. So I love the fact that you guys actually added that to your design. So we have validation in terms of percentage of revenue, because if you want to pay money for you guys to run an advertisement or more, you must tell me how much I'm going to get, or kind of give me, like what's going to be the success. Do you understand? So this person said 90%, 15K people that have used them on, and 5 more information. Meet the team. Okay, that's not bad. Since they mentioned it on their page that they have expert team members, so they might put team there, even though it's not something that is common. Hence, with 50% great. We still know this product. I wish this person is here today. I like the fact that this person is telling us the things they will do for you. Because if you're telling me that I'm going to get 90% return of investment, how do you want to do it? So they said that they're going to do intense research, right? 100% visibility, money back guaranteed. We have the contact. Oh my God, this person is brilliant. Contact monitoring, valuable customers. Can you guys see that? So this is a very good point. And there's no how my users, right? The people that are on this page, there's no how they will not stay here. Do you understand? This is going to be a very good place, right? To say, hey, you guys are going to do research. These are the things you guys will offer, not just running ads or posting my banners everywhere. They're going to do some analysis just to make sure that they're doing the right thing for my own brand, then the testimonial of people. All right, this is a great job. Well done. Now, after coming up with remember that yesterday I said that the first thing is to read your brief, understand your brief. If you don't understand the brief, you have issues answering the questions. Now, when you answer the question, ensure that you are not having this bias Because some of us now we have an idea of how the product will be, and then when you're answering the questions that I shared with you today, you might not answer them very well. But make sure you read them very well, you answer them very well. After that, you go into your sketch, right? That's for basic advanced. If it is for what's it called, the advanced, by the time you guys get to your fifth week at Perxels, you start working on project like the way we work in a company. So this one is like an introduction, right, to being an advanced student. You know, you cannot just go into, you know, the way we design immediately like that. We have to build the way you think, the way you analyze things. That's what we are doing right now. Now, after that, you come up with your sketch. Make sure that your sketch is not just dash, dash, dash. No, that's not how it works. Then after that, we go into wireframe. So I'm going to be talking to you about wireframe very shortly. Now, what is a wireframe? A wireframe is a basic visual interface guide that suggests the structure of an interface. It serves as a blueprint that defines each mobile web page's structure, content, and functionality. Just like an uncompleted building. If you look at this uncompleted building now, it is having the structure, let's use this, is having the structure of how a house will be. Right, definitely. In this uncompleted building, you see the parlor, you see the toilet, you see the upstairs or downstairs if there is any. Do you understand? Like you're going to see the stairs, you're going to see windows, you're going to see doors. But this is not a complete building. This is not the final building. This is just a structure showing you what's the final design, what is going to look like. That is how wireframes function. Wireframe is a basic visual interface guide, kind of telling you that this is how the structure of my design is going to be. Do you understand? This is how I'm thinking this product should go. What do you think? What do you want to add? What should we add to it? Do you understand? So it's not the main design, but it is the journey to the final design. Do you get that? So let's continue by saying by understanding the phases of wireframing that we have. Now, I cannot teach you everything in this class, right? But I kind of want to show you the things that you might have been missing. Because if you're in this class and you can create interface, some of you will be like, what else do I need to learn? There are so many things for you to still learn. Do you understand? Especially when you're working on real life projects. Now, what are the phases of wireframing from a practical standpoint? The first thing is that this is the ideation phase. This is where you generate as many ideas as possible in order to iterate towards better and better solutions. What do I mean by that statement? A lot of time, after doing that research that we did, answering some of the questions, coming up with the sketch, a lot of time people just go with the first idea that comes to their mind or to the first design inspiration that they see online. And then at the end of the day, they submit their work and say, I'm done. That's not how design actually works. At this point, which is the ideation phase, this is where you check out for different ideas. So for example, let's say I want to design my index page now as an advanced student. I will not just stop at, so let's type landing page. I'll click on landing page, right? I'm trying to get inspiration, right? For my US page. I'll pick on this. I'm trying to pick, different interface, different design ideas that I can use for my product. So let's just use these three designs that I have here. This is the first design. This is the second design. Okay, I cannot, this one is not on Dribble. I love searching for my inspiration on Dribble. It's usually very good. So you can also try that out. Now, this is this design here. I can look at this design and say that, okay, I like the positioning of this text. I love the words that they have here. Based on my own brief, are these the words that you have, or should I change my own word? Personally, I will not have pricing on this page because my brand don't necessarily need pricing on their page. Do you understand? So I'm not going to have login or sign up on my own page. I'm going to have get consultation. Do you understand? Or book us now or hear from us immediately. You understand that kind of thing? I'm not going to use login. I'm not going to use sign up at all. I want them to feel that they are going to talk to somebody instantly. So that's the experience I'm going to put there, right? I'm going to look at this information and say, okay, good, good. They watch it, them. I'm like, okay, what can I give them? I can just have a playbook or a video of how we have helped people, right, in the last 3 months. Personally, to me, I don't like to dwell on past success? What's my recent success? That's what I want to have on the page. Do you understand? So our recent success, I can have a video on it here, right? I can, have maybe like a star stuff here, information about how we have successfully helped people to generate revenue. I can talk about the expert or the skill of our what's our staffs. I can talk about some of the tools that we use. I can just give short information here. Now, this is a good idea. I can go on to this design and say that, okay, instead of me having this type of text style that this one have here, I can decide that this is the text style that I have here, where I'm going to have 3 lines of text for my title text and then 2 lines of text for my body text and then the call to action. I can decide that. I can look at another design, to say that, okay, it's not going to be bad. This is an advertisement brand, right? So when they land on our page, I want them to have that feeling that, wow, this brand are going to bring my own brand to other people's face by using positive image. So I can decide that, okay, over here I'm going to have one of our staff smiling, all teeth out, just maybe a tab or with a laptop, just to have that professional feel there. I like the fact that this is modern, this cup that they have here, and I cannot decide that this is the structure I want to do. So while I am looking at different inspiration, I'm trying to connecting them back to the brief that I'm given. So at that point, I have different ideas that I am looking at, and that's what we encourage you to do as a designer. But most of the time, junior designers don't explore many ideas. They just go with one, and then that's all. But if you really want to have the best idea at the end of the day, you really want to research, check out for ideas. So this is where you generate as many ideas as possible in order to iterate towards better and better solution. If we were to be working in Perxels train like this, our paid class, what Dami submitted and what that other lady submitted, I would have asked them to go and improve on some certain things. So when they improve on it, they too will look at themselves and say, wow, I can actually do better. Oh, so this design can be better. I was thinking that's the best I can bring out. Do you understand? So at the ideation phase, right? The ideation phase is one of the few places where quantity matters as much as quality. But a lot of us, we're always like, let me just get the best and just use one best. No, you actually want to bring different ideas. So when your team are working together, when you guys are working together, and then they ask you to go and iterate on how this design should look, you should not just come up with 2 designs or 1 design. Come up with as many ideas as possible and tell us how each of these ideas, how they can help us. Do you understand? Or how we can apply them to the product. There's no how you come up with that, and then your lead will not feel that, yes, this guy knows what he's doing. He's not just picking one thing and then go for it like that. You get? So the ability to generate multiple ideas and variation on a single idea allow you to see the fault and highlight of each. Just the way as I move on to the first one, I told you that, okay, this is what I love about this design. This is how I would have created it, right? Then I said, okay, for if I'm using that design style, I can use this one on it. Like I'm merging different ideas. And at the end of the day, I'm not coming with a copied design. Instead, I'm coming with a design that is, have been refined and is tailored to the project that I'm doing. So the next thing that you need to learn is focusing on only creating good ideas may restrict you. For Perxels website, right, we did about 13 interface iteration for the Euros page, like this Euros page, like if no more than that. Like we did different iteration before we finally said that, okay, this is the best. Do you get that? So when you are building your product, don't always restrict your mind that it's the best one that I just want. I just want the first thing I try to be the best one. Or you are like, because you want a perfect design, you're not even bringing other ideas to the table. Because sometimes it's not on a single design that you'll see the best. It's merging different ideas together that you're going to form a good design. So try to create as many bad ideas, do you understand, as possible. This will remove creative block and free you up to just produce, just try it out. Not like when you are searching online, I want the best design, I want the best design alone. I'm not saying you should not look at the things that are good and modern, do you understand? But don't allow perfection stop you from exploring different things. So the next thing is the validation stage. Now this stage determines whether your proposed solution will be successful. When we were doing that Perxels design, I had my tuition, some of my students, because at Perxels Design School, we bring our students to do the job. Do you understand? So it's not a situation where we teach our students and we will not know if our students know how to do the job. They're like, I cannot bring my student. No. In fact, all of the work, because we have Perxels agency, we bring our students to come and work on the job. Why? Because we've trained them very well. We've trained them to know how to think. We train them to solve problems. So when we are working or when we have huge project at hand, I don't need to be looking at who will do my job, who will do my job, because what? Our students are intelligent. So at this stage where we have the validation stage, the first one is ideation stage. This stage is where you determine whether this thing is good. So at the point where we brought in maybe like 13 design iteration for Perxels image page, product manager said his own, developer said his own, this one said his own. Then we look at everything and said that, okay, this particular one is the best. Let's go for it. Do you understand? So whatever your role in the product development process is, you may be lacking information and knowledge. This is something you need to understand as UI UX designer. You don't work in isolation. You don't say it's my work, it's my work. Your work is similar to the work that Fatima just mentioned about herself, that she worked with different people, right? Pictures have about 8 departments. Do you understand? She worked with each of these guys. And that's how designers to do. You talk to customer service people. What are the things people want to see? What are the people are always asking you? I remember our form design, right, at Perxels Design School. We do not have the structure like this. This place where we have instrument payment. Where's the instrument? Okay, this is it. This place that we have the instrument payment, right? At Perxels Design School, then it was at the back that we have it. Like it's down the page. But this time around, we have it here because when we spoke to the customer service team, they told us that people are always asking if we have instrumental payment. Is it possible for that instrumental payment to be in front of them? Because we are tired of answering that question. So that's what this particular information is telling us, that as a UI UX designer, right, it is possible for you not to know some of the things to put on your landing page until you speak to some certain people in the company or that are related or they have concern with that product, right? You may be lacking information and knowledge required to pick the best solution. So you may be missing essential information about your customer or the limitation of the technology or some marketing data. Let me give you an example. The first time I designed a web application, right? You know, a website is different from web application. Those things are the things that you do in advanced training, right? So the first time I designed web application, I just created the user flow. I designed everything and then I submitted it to the developer. Front-end developer did a great job. The back-end developer now came and said, who designed this thing? Because what is this terrible flow? This flow is not going to work, Fiwa. This is not going to work. Like, how do you want me to put all of this algorithm together? So since that day, as I'm creating my sketch, creating my user flow, my back-end person is there, my front-end person is there. I'm validating it before I move on to the next thing. Because there are some certain things that I'll feel that in design it will work, it will work. But it's all those people that can tell me if we have the resources to actually achieve those type of design. So that's what we do here. So in any case, to refine and optimize your solution, you need the involvement of other stakeholders. One of the things we do at Perxels is that every design that you do, you bring it to class. We check it, we evaluate you. Madam, you did this one well. No, you don't do this one well. You did this one, you go and correct this one, move on to the add this to this, add to that, add to that. We are doing those things to help you know that you don't just make decision on your own and you think it will work, right? So we start to open your mind to, how to receive feedback, how to improve on your product, how to think of the users that you are building your product for. Because every single person on your team, they are there because of a particular persona. Do you understand? That everybody must focus on. So showing your wireframe to other allows them validate and improve your ideas. So you don't receive evaluation and then be bony face or anything like that. No, do you understand? It's actually a step in design. Do you understand that you have to take? The validation phase shouldn't be thought of as the place to get sign off. Like some of us like, wait, go to screw me, I'm tired. Do you understand? Or approval to start building right away. Some of us at Perxels, and there's a project that you do that is a full website, and then you do the responsiveness of that design. And that design is about maybe 12 screen with your what's it responsive, that's like 24 screens, right? When that project is always like very hot, like everybody will be like, man, I need to improve on this, I need to consider this, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that, right? Imagine you have built a lot of product, and then your team lead tells you that, okay, madam, you see this page here is fine, but it's not solving the problem. Let's improve on the layout. Let's increase on this layout. So a lot of people will be like, I'm tired of it. So when you are bringing your work to other people to evaluate, people that are stakeholders, they understand product. So you understand? You are not bringing it so that they say that, oh, I can build it immediately. Sometimes it happens like that. Do you understand? But most of the time, they want to tell you what to improve, right? Because they understand the user. They also help you to see what the users might be thinking about. So if you have done it right, your wireframe should invite conversation. If they look too polished and final, you may not get helpful feedback. Wireframe should communicate, here is what I am thinking, when you show them, not this is what we should build or this is what we are going to build. Now, what are the types of wireframes we have? We have the low fidelity wireframe, we have the mid fidelity wireframe, and then we have the high fidelity wireframe. Now, this is something that can be confusing to a lot of people, right? In Nigeria, there's a way we see wireframe. Outside Nigeria, there's a way we see wireframe. And I'm going to talk about the three of them today. Now, in Nigeria, we only have two types of wireframe, low fidelity and high fidelity. Why outside Nigeria, we have the low fidelity, we have the mid fidelity, and we have the high fidelity. So let's go into it, guys. So we cannot teach you everything, do you get? But I'm just going to teach you. This is going to be helpful for people that are actually advanced students, because maybe you are learning it on YouTube or on a course where you don't have like a live conversation with someone that is experienced. You might not really get the point the way we are saying it now. So now I hope this thing will help you, this conversation. I hope it will help you, right? Whether you are joining Perxels or you're not joining Perxels, to move on as you keep designing and building experience in this field. Now, when it comes to low fidelity, I don't know if I have enough time to because I still have class from 7 to 10, and I want to take a break before I enter those classes. Now, low fidelity wireframe are just quick sketch that make ideas more tangible. Low fidelity are usually black and white scheme. They show UI elements as boxes and lines without detailed annotations. So this is how low fidelity wireframe, this is how they look like. You can see that all of the text that we have here, they are all in rectangles. The shape, they are all in circles. Or the only thing you're seeing here is shapes. You're not seeing anything text, right? So that's how a low fidelity wireframe, that's what it looks like. Why a mid fidelity wireframe is more elaborate, sorry, than low fidelity wireframe. So mid fidelity is more elaborate and closer to the intended final UI design. The wireframe might show images, more detailed visualization of what's intended for the layout and interaction between pages, are clearer and more elaborated than low fidelity wireframe. So when it comes to mid fidelity wireframe, this is what mid fidelity wireframe, this is what it looks like. You guys can see that over here, the logo is written in text, the navigation is written in text, the call to action is written in text, the title text is written in text, the body text is written in text, the call to action is written in text, right? It's only the picture representation that is shape, compared to when we have our low fidelity. Everything you are seeing here is shape, but this one here is having substance, is having information. It's something that you can comprehend. You understand? So in Nigeria, if they ask you that go and create low fidelity in your assessment, they're actually asking you to go and create mid fidelity. This is what Nigerians or Nigerian companies, this is what they identify as low fidelity. But outside Nigeria, if they ask you, go and create low fidelity, right? What they actually mean is that create a quick sketch, a quick structure of how that design is going to be. And they usually give you maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour to create something like this. But when it comes to this one, they give you more time. It could be 1 day, it could be 2 days, it could be 5 days. Do you understand? So you have to understand the context that the person is speaking to you. Because even some people outside Nigeria, they expect their low fidelity to be like this. But if your boss tell you that, oh, can you create a low fidelity in the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes? This is what they're asking you to create. But if they ask you to create mid fidelity outside Nigeria, this is mid fidelity. But for Nigerian company, for Nigeria assessment to get a job, if they ask you to create low fidelity, my brother and sister, this is what you should create. The ones that have quality information that when your recruiter read it or go through it, they can tell that, okay, this is what you are trying to say. This, they can understand it. Just the way yesterday I gave you the principle of sketching. You understand? You don't just do dash, 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 dash. No, you are actually showing somebody to understand your problem, to understand the problem you are solving, for the person to give you idea on how to improve it or approve the things that are good in your design. So it has to be something they understand. Do you understand that? Then we have the final one, which is high fidelity. So this is like how am I writing? This is example of high fidelity wireframe. Do you understand? For this high fidelity wireframe now, you guys can see that we have the color, we have the patterns, we have the icons. It's already beautiful. This is like the final design. Also, lastly, you need to understand that wireframes are built on, that's low fidelity wireframe, they are built on grayscale. Let me quickly show you that concept before I call it a meeting with you guys. Today is the final section for this particular what's it called now, for this masterclass. Do you understand? So I'll just quickly show you the concept you need to understand when it's come to low fidelity wireframe. So we have the first color. This first color here needs to be dark. It shouldn't be black. In fact, in design, it's a taboo to use pure black, because pure black is actually very sharp. Do you understand? So we always advise you to use a dark gray color instead. So this is supposed to be your first color, right? When you move linear, when I say linear, it means you are moving without moving corner. Do you understand? So if I stop here like this is not a good color, a place to stop, because it's too close to this. Do you understand? So I want to move further. So this is like different from this. You can tell that. Then we move on to the next one, which is our tertiary color. We move on here like this. This is our tertiary color. And then we'll move to the last one here. This one should be close to white, but not pure white. This is our tertiary color. So this one is our primary color. This is our secondary color. And this is our tertiary color. As designers, you don't cram. You understand concepts. Understand the concept, because problems from different angles will be coming. So we don't cram. So the first thing is that take a dark color, but not something pure black. But let it be dark. Do you understand? Something like this is good. So then you move on. Still go linear. When I say linear, it means you are taking everything from this edge. You're not moving like this. You see some people create low fidelity and it will be red. When they then submit their portfolio to recruiter will be like, no, this person does not understand design. The person like, I did everything I need to do, I did not get it. It's because there are some things that you don't know how to do correctly in a way, like to show that you are an expert or you're actually an intermediate. You understand? When we say somebody is an intermediate, there's some things that we don't accept. Oh. Like some people say they're intermediate and they don't know how to create UI. How? You're not an intermediate, you're still a beginner. Do you understand? So our own at Perxels Design School, our structure of teaching is very different. In some other places, our basic students, people that graduate from basic, in some other school, is like they are the advanced. But at Perxels, right, we understand structure and the way things work in real life. If somebody wants to employ you, they are depending on you to build the interface for their users, for them to make money. You cannot treat it anyhow. Do you understand? But we cannot talk about when we enter business of design, you guys will understand that, but we cannot talk about it right now. So I move on to here, right? This is lighter than this, is not as dark as that. Then we bring our tertiary color. So this is our tertiary color. And then this is going to be our tertiary last one here. So if you look at this color code now, this is 3737. This one is 3C, 3C. This is 898989. This is 88888. This one is BC. This one is BBBB. This one is E6. This is E9. GX, can you say I did not cram it, but I understand the concept, right? And they're going to give the same vibe. So this one here, the darkest one, is what we call the primary color. You understand? We call this our primary color. So this primary color is used for your title text, for your call to action, and then for your logo. So when you're designing your low fidelity or your mid fidelity wireframe, this sharp color should be used for your logo, for your title text, and your call to action. Why this color here is called the secondary color is used for things that are not as important as primary elements, such as your navigation, your body text, your picture representation. So this one is the secondary color used for your navigation, your body text, your picture representation. Why these two guys here, they are used for things that are less important, like our background. You understand? So for our low fidelity wireframe and mid fidelity wireframe, these colors here, they are used for our background. So let me quickly show you some of our students' work, and just show you like what the final design, when you apply this principle, what is going to be. So I don't keep my students work, right? So I know that I assess their work, so some of their work just automatically saved on my work. You get that? So let's look at this person's work. So this is one of the projects we do at Perxels. We always do full projects, right? We are students. So if you look at this now, you can see how this person used the color. Can you see it? My design is still loading. Can you see how this person used the color? So this is how your final design, and make sure you use real words, you understand, so that it is something that your recruiters can see, they can understand. So this is like a one project at Perxels Design School, only one project. If a recruiter see this, the person know that this person understand what they are doing, and that's the vibe you should give them at the end of your training, wherever you are going to, or your project, your portfolio should speak that you understand what you are doing. So guys, that is the end of today's class. I want you to go and explore that. I cannot teach you everything, right? But with this information that I've taught you, you can build on it. You understand? So if you have, let me know in the chat section if you understand everything I've said. Type letter Y. If you don't understand, type letter N. If you understand everything I've said so far, type letter Y. If you don't understand, you type letter N. If you have question, you type Q. Can you guys hear me? If you understand what I've said so far, type letter Y. If you don't understand, you type letter N. If you have question, you type Q. Okay, is there anybody with question, guys? Is there anyone with question? Okay, so if you want to, you can create your low fidelity and you can share with me after the training. So that has brought us to the end of this masterclass training. Just like I said, if you're interested in joining Perxels Design School to actually learn practical UI UX design, a professional one, right? You can definitely join Perxels Design School. Just go to perxels.com/enroll, sign up there, or you post, you message Fatima or any of the admin on the WhatsApp group that you are on. So for anyone that register for this section,